Hey, what's going on, guys? Fizz here once again. So this is going to be the second take of this because in the first take, I didn't notice that my microphone died halfway through. So I'm going to try to get through this a little bit faster than usual. Basically, I'm going to start off going over the gear and the changes I made in the, from the last episode. And then I'm just going to throw up some mapping footage while I kind of muse about the general feelings and experiences I had with the build, because this will be the final build diary update for Sunder. So before we get into it, basically the next build diary was going to be a poison occultist pet build. I know Crip just released a video about this. I guess we had the same idea. Mine is definitely way different than his though, as you might expect, it being played in hardcore instead. But that character was in maps and I was getting ready to record the first episode for it, and then I decided that I would just wait to do that build diary series until we get the minion patch. It just makes more sense that way, since the way that I'm going to build it is going to differ substantially based on how much more or less they give us in terms of minion survivability, because that is a very big pain point of the build when it comes to like doing like end game stuff. So which directly affects how I will path my tree and what gear I focus on, right? So I decided it might be a little bit awkward if I do that now. I'm going to do something in the middle. So I held it up to a vote basically, and it was between level 100 Sunder push or just doing a small lightning conduit build, and lightning conduit won 100 and nothing. So I will be doing a lightning conduit build diary next, and then after that will be a poison minion build on occultist. So that is the forecast for build diary videos. There's also other stuff that will be coming out as well, like the opinion and thought pieces that I normally do. And then maybe I do some other stuff too. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. Anyway, onto the build. So level 98, about 12% of the way through almost. And not a ton of changes from the last video. The axe is still the same. The helmet's the same, but we did get the implicits we wanted. Fizz taking his fire and Vuln curse effect. We also got a Sunder lab enchant. Not the one I wanted, but good enough, I guess. Moving on to the boots. The boots have tier 1 spell sup and also tier 3 life with good resistances, and an open prefix for it cannot be chilled move speed. We also got the lab enchant here for life regen if hit. This is very good on this build due to Rite of Ruin degen. However, there are no implicits on this. This is simply because even fully spec'd into Wrath of the Cosmos and Wellspring of Creation, which if you don't know, this is kind of like a racer strat in HCSSF on how you farm tons of embers, or like when you don't have any. You will actually take Wrath of the Cosmos, which makes you take 25% more damage. But you'll also pair it with Wellspring or Creation. So basically you put 50% more life on all your maps, and then you'll only take one altar per map. You'll just map until you find an altar that has a chance to grant Eldritch currency, and then you'll click that one altar, and then basically it cancels out and you're just running the map with 50% more monster life. This is what I was doing. All the footage you're going to see of me mapping is going to be T16s with this 50% more monster life on him. And I was doing all I could, and embers have not really been dropping for me at all this league, which is kind of a shame, honestly. So I wanted to farm Eater of Worlds, funnily enough, and I've got like 20 plus Exarch saved up, and I've never, do I still not have it? Yeah, I've never even clicked the double progress thing, and I've not gotten to go over to Eater at all, simply because I never finished getting embers. So that sucks that it's been this long and I still can't get the implicits I need on my gear, but it is what it is, I guess. At least I do have what I need on my gloves. So I got the implicit for suppress and rage on hit with attacks. On the gloves, I have T3 spell sup, T3 life, and then some good resistances and an open prefix for +1 to socketed AoE gems to house my auras. Now the rings are still the same, unfortunately. This was like the last part of the build that was going to be changed. If I had done one more stream's worth of playtime on this character, it would have been fixing the rings. Now this character's life is a little bit lower than it ought to be because of one, using Ashes of the Stars is a pretty big raw HP loss, even if your EHP might go up in some cases. But also because I don't have a Vermilion ring. After taking one character halfway through 93 and another character through a decent bit into 98, while being, in T14s the majority of that time, T14 pluses, It's kind of crazy that I haven't seen a single Vermilion ring yet. I gotta say, that's wild to me. Really sad, honestly. But I should have a Vermilion ring, and with Fertile Catalyst, you could easily hit 6100 life with current rolls on gear. My belt's not perfect, but it is what I wanted, right? In the last video, I said I needed something with a lot of chaos res and other good resistances. Unfortunately, I had to bench life on, which means it's got half the life that it should have on it. If this was 3.18 or prior, this would not be at all an acceptable belt to me, but due to 3.19 crafting constraints, this is good enough. I didn't want to invest more time into trying to craft a better belt. Finally, this is the chest piece. The implicits are actual garbage. They do nothing for me. But like I said, out of currencies and decided to do the bosses anyway. So basically we got T1 life, T3 life, and T1 spell step, excuse me. T2 cold res, a decent armor evasion hybrid roll, and an open prefix for Gravicius craft because it's OP. That's basically all the changes with the gear. I did drop faster attacks at a leap slam since I'm using an amethyst and a topaz, so no unset. The end version of the build does use 1 vermilion and 1 unset, as I keep the faster attacks out of leap slam, because honestly with Rite of Ruin and just all the stuff you have, I don't need leap slam. With faster attacks socketed, it was actually consistently making me double or sometimes even triple jump when I clicked the key, which was very annoying. So dropping it was actually a plus for the build, not a minus. And let's just fit in a vermilion ring, though we would still need an unset in one of the slots, simply due to once you get the 6-link Sunder, you would need to put Dread Banner into a unset. So that's why you would need at least 1 unset. But yeah, that's everything there. And then on the tree, I opted to not take my 2-hand mastery and my attack mastery because I didn't feel like I needed the damage. I just grabbed these 2 life nodes, especially since I don't have the vermilion. And like I said, some of my gear's a little bit low on life. When doing certain bosses, obviously you unspec Impaler. Since it bricks your single target damage, it's only for clear. For like Sirus, you take CB immune. For, you know, Maven and Uber Elder and stuff, you can take close damage. Triple damage is pretty good too. It just depends, whatever you end up taking. Doesn't really matter. You can even take regen while moving. I took this on a few of the fights also. So just, you know, whatever you kind of want to do at that one point. And that's pretty much everything, I think. So now I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to some random mapping footage. Now, this is just a random Twitch VOD. I don't know what's going on here. Overall, the build, I'm really happy that I got to do something new in 3.19 finally. Obviously, I think the game's in a pretty bad state. I think most level-headed people, regardless of how they feel, would probably agree that the overall game state is quite poor right now. But for doing what I do in HCSSF, there's a lot of constraints. It's a lot trickier to just make interesting stuff work. As you know, compared to other game types. However, I have learned this game and spent 99.9% of my time in HCSSF. It was the first time I've done anything in this game ever. I've played through the 10 acts once in hardcore trade, and then that was pretty much the extent of my experience there. Ever since then, I've only played HCSSF. So it's just the game mode that I prefer. It's the most fun for me, and I just like, you know, I like playing the game how I like to play it. So ever since 3.15, build diversity has, you know, continually gotten worse in hardcore, and especially in HCSSF in general. I would say in the whole game, build diversity is quite down, but obviously we get hit the hardest due to having the most constraints on builds. So whenever something new comes along that I can actually make work and have fun with it, I'm really grateful for it, because honestly there hasn't been a whole lot of that since 3.15, which coincidentally enough was right when I started making content, so it didn't align very well. But you know, Sunder was very fun, and you know, people were complaining about the game for, you know, forever, since the patch landed, and everyone was always malding in my Twitch chat and everything, and I agree that stuff was pretty shit, but I don't know. I was playing with a new toy and I was just having fun. Stuff didn't feel good. There was a lot of problems with it, but overall I just had something new to do, and that's a feeling that I honestly haven't had in quite a while playing PoE. So I was pretty happy for that, if you know, if nothing else. And, you know, there's more to come. Like, Lightning Conduit's going to be fun to play with. The minion changes, even though if a lot of them were kind of done haphazardly and don't really work out, I am much in favor of being able to do different things with minions, especially ailment minions. Is that I always thought that was a really cool archetype that wasn't really possible in the old game. Reaper was supposed to fill that niche, but Reaper has a million other problems, and I would consider it basically unplayable after trying my best to make it work. So, just in general, there's finally a few things. You know, we got a few crumbs this league of stuff to do, and Sunder was nothing but enjoyable. It felt great to play from start to finish. The only weakness of the build really is just Rite of Ruin. This patch being especially bad with degens due to Arch Nemesis being buffed back up to stupid levels, and some bosses having crazy degen can make the build a little bit tricky in some instances to operate. Outside of that, it's just typical melee stuff. Having to deal with totems and stuff on bosses is so irritating. In the boss showcase, you'll hear me complain about it a lot, especially on Maven. You know, she teleports away, I jump to her, and I throw down my 2 totems, and then I go to start hitting her, and then she teleports away again, and then you just keep repeating the process, and it's just so infuriating. And I've had this problem on everything. You have it on everything. Like, when I played Bone Shatter last league, like halfway through 99, I had the same issue. Like, it's just, it's intrinsic to the mechanic, and I just wish GGG, even if they don't want to do anything else, they would just delete the totem buffs from the game. Even if they don't replace it with damage or anything else, like even if it's a straight 30% nerf to melee, which would be laughable, right? But even if that's what they did, I would still prefer that versus having to force it into all of my builds, because you have to. And it's just terrible gameplay. The only build that kind of gets away with this is like Earth Shatter. When you play Earth Shatter, you only need Ancestral War Chief instead of Ancestral War Chief and Protector, so you kind of get away with it a little bit. It's less annoying to upkeep, but it's still super annoying, but half as much, right? Because you have half the totems you gotta upkeep. All in all, aside from that though, clearing on the build is honestly really fun. It's really good. Having a unique use for Impaler after it being dead for how long feels nice. It does kind of suck that you do have to like choose between like single target or clear, though as you can see, like I still insta delete T16 map bosses, and the mapping that you're watching here is with Wellspring of Creation, right? So everything in this map has 50% more life multiplier on it baseline before I even roll the map, so it's important to keep that in mind as well. So it definitely doesn't hurt for damage, but it is a little unfortunate. I would say melee is hurting in a lot of ways right now. One of the biggest things being basically 90% of builds for melee have to use basically War Cries or Call of Steel and or both. I think Call of Steel being used as a supplement to make 90% of melee builds in the game have even remotely like decent clear speed, like a thing is just kind of like laughable balance wise, right? Like, I really liked Call of Steel for a long time. I loved the way it worked. Groundslam Impaler is one of my favorite builds ever. But at this point, I'm kind of Call of Steeled out. Like, I hate that it has to be on every build. I hate that I have to put Lord of Steel on every build. I hate that I have to add an extra keybind to every build, especially when a lot of these builds are already very, very button heavy. Like, you think when you're playing melee, you automatically have a button assigned to a totem. In a lot of cases, you'll have 3 buttons assigned to totems because you'll need 1 for Protector, 1 for War Chief, and then 1 for Ball War Chief. You'll have a button for your cooldowns. A lot of builds run Berserk. This one doesn't, but it does run other stuff. And then you have to worry about banner, because a lot of builds take bannermen, so you're losing out on a bunch of damage if you don't place the banner. Like, there's so many like micromanaging keybinds you have in melee builds in current PoE that having to add another one just to have even remotely decent clear speed feels bad. So it's nice that this build didn't have to deal with that. It was, like I said before, it was very fun to play. There's some stuff that I don't like about it, but overall, it's more so qualms that I have with melee and the state of the game in general, and not really the build's problem. The build easily stomped through all content in the game. I do want to say that some of the bossing footage you're going to see is a little bit rusty. I didn't play almost the last month of Sentinel League because I was out of town and I ended up getting COVID and getting sick, so I had to stay out of town quarantining. And there was other stuff that popped up, and I didn't play for a while at the end of Sentinel, and I was a little bit rusty on my bossing, to be honest, and I rushed before I had some of the gear that I probably should have gotten before doing the bosses, and I just, like, straight up, honestly, some of the bosses I played really bad. The Uber Elder fight was a fat meme. I played it terribly, mostly because I thought I had enough damage to not have to carry about the degen puddles, so I didn't really manage the degen puddles at all. and I was almost right. I ended up having to log out when the boss was around like 3-ish% remaining life HP, because Elder popped up and did the slow suck on me, and he did it while Shaper's throwing balls directly on top of me, and I couldn't dodge them in time because I was, giga slowed. So I had to log in order to not die there. Well, if you log out in an Uber Elder fight, when you log back in, the entire puddle, or the entire arena is going to be puddles because all the ads will have despawned. Which, that's fine. You get penalized for logging out. That's fine. But I had also not been managing the puddles at all. So the entire arena became degen puddles. It's a funny meme. You wouldn't think I was playing hardcore with what ensues after that. I won't spoil it. Obviously the character's not dead, but it's definitely the worst handled Elder fight I've ever seen that did not result in a rip. But these are not faults of the build. They're faults of me as a player. I was playing haphazardly and I handled it poorly. So don't judge the build too much. All in all, the build was really fun. I hope anyone who tried it out had fun. I hope anybody who's on the fence maybe tries it out and has fun with it. Hopefully 3.20 gives us more toys to play with, and hopefully Melee won't be in such a poor state. I've proven that you can still do it though. League after league, I take really kind of different and nerfed stuff and still take it through all the content. So it is still possible, even if it's in some cases quite painful. Hope you guys like the build, man. So this is going to be the end. This character is not like completely retired. I will still probably be playing him on stream some and stuff like that and using him to farm certain things, but this will be the very last YouTube video you guys see on him, very likely. But with that, I think I'm going to leave you guys with the bossing showcase. Thanks a bunch for your support. Thanks if you you watch this far in the video. Be sure to let me know what you think of the build and everything. If you'd like to support me, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know my metrics like everyone quotes. I probably have like 90% unsubbed or whatever. But that's just how YouTube works. So if you want to support me, you can subscribe. You can like the video if you like it. You can dislike it if you dislike it. That's fine too. It still helps the algorithm. And if you didn't like it, feel free to leave me constructive criticism down below. Follow me on Twitter. There's not a lot of people that follow me on Twitter from the PoE community. I would like to use my Twitter more, but right now it just kind of amounts to me screaming into the void because no one from PoE really follows me, and it feels really awkward to just tweet at nothing, Aside from that, I stream daily on Twitch, so if you want to see this stuff live or talk to me live, you can come stop by my Twitch channel. And finally, Discord. I do like tons of build help, and I'm as active as I could possibly be in that Discord 24/7 whenever I'm not asleep. I'm constantly talking in there, shitposting in there, and helping people with their builds free of charge, looking through POBs and all sorts of stuff. That doesn't mean I can fix everything, but I can at least give it a look and try to weigh in and help on things I'm at least a little bit knowledgeable about. So with that, this will conclude the Physics Sunder build diary. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was fun to at least experience vicariously if you didn't end up playing the build yourself. And I hope you guys enjoy the bossing showcase. I'll see you guys in the next build diary. I have some other videos coming out on rant and topical stuff. Aside from that, that's everything for me. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. so annoying. Yeah, I took way too long to kill the minnow, and she kept buffing them, so I ended up having to fight them all at the same time. Like, minnow's dying last. It's pretty Kapinga. When my HP got chunked, I got I should have swapped. Should have swapped to Flame Dash for this fight. Fuck you. Imagine. What? No, dude. You're cheating. That's illegal. Cringe. Well, at least now my rage is low enough so that when I use my Team Cry, it'll go up. I got that going for me, I guess. Die. Oh yeah, shit. I didn't change my Pantheons. Oh well. Just don't get hit, right? $2,000 years later. Holy fuck. Yeah, dude, see, like, can you guys imagine Uber Sirus, bro? I get touched by that shit, I insta-die, dude, in that fight. Because the damage is so much higher. That's the change they made. I didn't know they did that to normal AA. So that turns off your regen even in normal Awakener? That's really scuffed, bro. That's scuffed. That actually makes this fight way harder. Like, bots don't work either. That's so Monka, dude. That's actually super Monka, dude. Well, I learned. Wow, he gave me a lot of DPS up front. Oops. Oh, big oops. I'm so slow. Alright, see which way I'm supposed to go. Nice. Oops. Rusty fight, huh? Bro, I just put my footers on the other side. He's dead here? Pain.
Mine now.
I disagree. Left turn. There we go. Mad annoying. Okay, that was like really cringe. I didn't get a single intimidated or dark swap. Need some serious rage here, brother. I'm farming rage. Okay, now we go. Big damn. Easy clap. Tank it forehead. Okay, Maven's like mad at this. She like instantly kills the totems and then TPs out of my regular attacks. Big damn. And gone. Okay, this is cringe. I had to. They hit me with the degens and the thing at the same time. Kind of cancer bosses, huh? it off with Sunder. I don't want to use any rage. Yeah, shit. I mean, it looks phased to me, right? Oh, sick. Not instant memory game. Thing. Finally, she stood still for a second. Holy shit. You see how she just like instantly kills the demons, dude? Aw, bro, come on. Yeah, the damage is good when I actually have uptime. Top, right, top, left, top. Top, right, top, left, top. Building rage jam. Probably 3 memory games total for this. Left, top, right, top, left. Left, top, right, alright, finally some damn here. Yeah. Oh shit, I degen. I have to log, right? Yeah. No regen changes. Rip. That change actually like makes Uber Maven like way harder. Because dodging the beams is easy, but dodging that while dodging the beams sometimes is like super fucked up. I'm gonna have to do another memory game. Yeah. top, left, right. Left. Fuck, I need this. How do you have to say that? Brain delay. Okay. Big dam? Not really. High to generate range. Disagree. Hard to explain. Dude, the way he holds Shaper kills me, dude. The way he holds him, it just... Good stuff. Excited, do something. I'm like low-key breaking my arena right now, but it's okay. Maybe.
Mine now.
I'm getting sucked. Help. In the corner, bro. Slam. There he is. We're living, we're living, we're living, we're living. Okay, it's the big suck. Timed perfectly with wave. I've bricked my arena, but that's okay. Yeah, it's the random puddles. I handled the puddles poorly, so. If I get poked by like Shaper Beam here, then it's like Giga Rip. I have to log that. Elders suck while getting hit by the balls. I tried my best to not log, but because I bricked a little bit there. Yeah, that suck would have killed me if I had sat there. I'm just gonna pop VMS. I bricked my arena, help! Ooh. Bro, I literally, no meme, I saw the Elder Slam, and it made me jump, and I fucking frost blinked into the wall and didn't go anywhere, so I ate the slam. That's so fucking funny, bro. I literally jumped. I was like not ready. There we go. It was, we were chilling until the very last second there. Yeah, the arena is, giga bricked. Oh my god, bro. My arena is so fucked. The entire thing is degen fools, dude. Alright. Like, they literally have 1 HP. Alright, you ready? Wait, where'd he go? Okay, there he is. You ready? Fuck. Kill him! Fucking kill him! God damn it, dude. Like, that whole thing happened with, like, 1% HP, and it was just, like... I play it, dude. I have never bricked an arena as hard as I bricked this arena. Like, I can't even begin to, like... Holy fuck. Have you guys ever seen an arena that was literally just the entire thing was degens, bro? That was like the worst Elder arena you guys